Royale series has players rolling dice in order to achieve a certain target depending on which of the 3 games you play. The publisher, also called Roller Royale, provided these in exchange for an honest review. The main game in the series is Roller Royale. Your goal is to make as many poker hands as possible by connecting the 13 dice in a Scrabble-like series of columns and rows. You must open with a pair of jacks or higher. If you fail, the next player rolls. If you succeed, re-roll any blank dice up to 2 more times. At this point, you can arrange your dice to score. The game ends after a predetermined number of turns or once someone reaches the predetermined score. The winner is the player with the highest score. If you aren't familiar with poker hands, the rule sheet has examples and their point values. 2 variants are also included, but I'm just going to focus on the main game. There is something else I do want to mention, the risk die. At the end of your turn, you may decide to roll this die to multiply your score. The values are 1, 2, 3, 4, and blank, meaning 0. Wall Street buyouts dice have words and phrases. Player 1 may roll up to 2 times, and the other players take the same number of turns. Buyouts are 10 points and cannot be re-rolled. A Yahtzee of 5 buyouts gives you an additional 10-point bonus. Wall Streets work the exact same way, but are worth only 5 points. Buys, sells, and holds are worth 3, 1, and 0 points, but these can be re-rolled. Go Broke is also worth 0 points, and these dice cannot be re-rolled. 3 of these in a single roll cause you to lose all of your points and immediately ends your turn. Keep playing until someone has 100 or more points. 3 variants are also included. Red, Yellow, Blue is aimed at younger players and also is won by the player to first reach 100 points, although this game allows for a lower target if necessary. Each die has 2 reds, yellows, and blues, written in that color of course. Player 1 rolls all 6 dice up to 2 times. The other players take the same number of turns. You only score on a pair or more. Each pair is worth 2 points. 3 of a kind is 10. Each additional matching die is an additional 5 points. If you manage to roll 6 of the same color, you gain 5 more points on top of your total. 3 variants are also included. Roll dice for combinations or sets and try to beat everyone else. That's the Roller Royale series. You just need a tiny area to play any game in the Roller Royale series. An airplane tray would probably work. Just watch for turbulence. Preschoolers could play Red, Yellow, Blue, and by 6 or 7, most kids shouldn't have issues with the other 2 games. Have an adult or calculator around for scoring. Once you know the game, Red, Yellow, Blue, and Wall Street Buyout can be played in under 10 minutes. Roller Royale is around 30 minutes, depending on how many turns or score you decide to play to. In our 3rd game of Roller Royale, only Mom opened on her first turn, 350 points. I then earned 400, and Dad, getting lucky with the wrist die, had 1650. Poor Mom rolled 4 blanks on the wrist die during the game and was never able to score another point. Me and Dad went right down to the final turn. I rolled a 4 on the wrist die, but fell short. Roller Royale comes inside a dice cup. Nice! You can't fit it in your pocket, but a purse or backpack? No problem. The other 2 come in tubes, like the Chessex sets you get for RPGs. These can fit in your pocket. Not only can you take them anywhere, but the simple gameplay means even people unfamiliar with board games could play. The rules are unclear on re-rolls and whether they're Yahtzee style, keep some, roll others, or push your luck and roll the entire group. There are some other sections that could be polished a bit. Roller Royale is a fairly quick push-your-luck dice game that has light decision-making and some fun risk. Red, Yellow, Blue is fun for preschool or early learning, but not fun at all as a game. Wall Street Buyout is a lighter Yahtzee-style game, but blazing fast. Unlike Roller Royale, which is best solo or with 3 or more players, Wall Street Buyout is fine even with 2 players, so I'm keeping it at Grandma's. Roller Royale is the most enjoyable game of the 3 and is probably best for people who enjoy card games but are new to modern games.